Hey everyone, Deadpine here. Welcome back to episode 4 of Escaping Tarkov, full playthrough series where there's no edits, no cuts, 100% unabridged. The only thing we cut out is the loading screens. Due to a technical error, aka Deadpine forgetting to turn on his mic, I'm re-recording this start of this episode. I didn't get into any raids, but I did go over what we received. I'm just going to go over that real quick, and we're going to hop back into raid there. So we got a system appreciation message, which was 1,000,000 rubles. Looks like we just got another one, like a minute ago. So there you go. And it's another 1,000,000 rubles. I'll take it. Sure, we're rich now. This is rich for the start of an account, but we're gonna put that all back into our hideout, so no problem there. We also got back some insurance. I got like an extra backpack, a couple guns that I sold. Nothing much else there. I repaired up and completed our gun and topped up our mags. We went to our hideout, turned our power back on. We're going to craft the Salewa kits for therapists there. So this is 22 minutes left on there. You can see it's got 19 minutes. I derped up that 3 minutes there because I forgot to turn my mic on. Classic Derpine. And yeah, I think that's it. We're going to be focusing on, especially because I just got a bunch of money from the system errors, we're going to be focusing on our PMC right now. I don't need money. SCAV is usually used to make money, and we don't need money right now. We still could get in-raid gas analyzers with that, so maybe if we die on this raid, we'll do that and try to go to Interchange, get some in-raid gas analyzers there. Sometimes it's easier to loot up that way. Now, we might be more aggressive with this guy this go-around. The tech stores have gas analyzers as well. We'll see how the raid breaks out, where we get our spawn from, all that good stuff. But we're already insured. I insured with therapist again. So I'm going to hit that ready button, and I will see you guys in raid. On this raid, I think we're going to be a little aggressive. If we don't find what we need in Ollie, I think we're going to actually head to the tech stores, see if anybody's left behind gas analyzers there. Sometimes they're not picked up. Just really want to be aggressive on that. I might even be aggressive getting into. Oh, this is a good spawn. So we're the closest to idea here. So if we stay ahead of everybody coming from railway to our right-hand side here, this way, we should be able to get into the office area relatively quickly, get past the scavs, get in before anything is looted, have a good chance for gas analyzers, and we'll go from there. I think I gotta be careful about his scavs, which do frequent this area. Let's make sure we're on full auto here. But our goal here is to get into the office, get out. So we're not going to loot any lootable things on the ground. Just going to grab all this stuff. There's a gas analyzer spawn there. We are going to be checking for flash drives still, because they're really important. So I like to pause a little bit in front of the computers if I can afford to. Mostly because sometimes it's actually really hard to see the front of them, and I've actually run past them, and my chat's caught me and been like, "Hey, you missed USB there for sure." So definitely make sure you get what you need. All right, all these items are really good, but not quite what we need, unfortunately. Okay, so there's a scav to my right that's pissed. Examined up all those. Somebody spawned gas station, or not gas station, power station. They're not turning on the power here immediately. Well, let's just run past all that. Let's get to the back here. Elite players are a secondary goal here, so. Yeah, so that's at the front of the store there. They're killing the scavs that spawned in behind me. And I closed the door behind me, so that if it's a competent player, or a player who knows which doors are open and which are not, there's a good chance they'll be very cautious going in and out of the office there. And hopefully we'll be long gone by then. And they'll take their time and we won't have to worry about them. Now there's not always a guaranteed player spawn over here, but it is a player spawn area. Yep, right there. Doing my best to take single shots. There's a chance they saw me. But the high ground's still pretty good here. Behind there. I think I hit him at least once. Now, as of this recording, they did fix the double damage bug on high pen armors. Or high pen ammo. Which is good. So that 7N39 that we have is not going to be nearly as devastating. I don't know if getting closer is the right call here, but I don't have a long-range scope, and I don't want that guy behind me coming up on me. So I'm just going to play it a little slower here. Based on the trajectory and how they were gunning out, it seems like they were going to go back into power, but... They could have stopped somewhere and started holding, you know? All right, they did. That indeed was the case. Got the nice headshot on him, though. And the automatic prevails. Unfortunately, I did not bring splints with me. So, hopefully they found one. Hopefully they have a gas analyzer. Gonna reload here. Looks like they have a nice SKS. Looks like they looted for us, which is good. Let's go ahead and use that. Oh, they only hit our leg a couple times. Got it. Okay. We are gonna need those at some stage. I don't like Comtacs better, but might as well get some value from that, right? Unfortunately, not enough rubles to take the car extract. But I really will take just about anything they can offer me here. Especially all these toolkits. You need a bunch to upgrade your hideout, among other things. Should be doing this while we go. This is a really beat up. This armor's really beat up. So we're not going to be doing that. I do like the 20 rounders here, though. I am a fan. Okay. What are we getting rid of here? Crickents are not where you want to be at. Put that in there. Okay. What else? Get rid of that. I just want to see... Oh, they were rocking BP in that SKS, which is terrifying. That's about full. Okay. Good. Good. Let's get rid of this Cricket as well, so just we have a place to unload to. Right now the mags are more important. So I don't have too much in the way of painkiller on me. I think it's reasonably safe to assume that they looted everywhere here. Based on their trajectory. Guaranteed lunchbox spawn in that, by the way. So this FMJ actually got a buff recently. Oh, there's some... I gotta get out of here. I don't know if that, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 or not. Which is the issue. I kind of just want to dip. Let's see if we can dip. Oh, can't dip. Okay, got it. Understand. I understand.
Shit.
Oh, I did. I dropped that mag. Uh-oh. That is not good. Well, at least we have the SKS for backup. Our painkillers are about to run out here, so
Headshot.
Okay, then. I guess none of those headshots were there, or I was missing. Must have been missing to the right or something. They looked dead onto me, so. But GG's. Didn't quite get there. That's okay. Happens. I have, in general, for me, one of my weaknesses is seeing through chain link fences. I don't know what it is about it, but for some reason, chain link fences, just, I cannot see through them. And that fractured leg actually kind of gets us there. SP10, oh, they were on a suppressed shrimp pistol. Okay. Okay, not bad. Well, that's okay. Can't keep that gear forever. We'll see what they take. They're probably going to take a lot because, well, they only have a pistol, so. But we'll see what we get back from that. Should be something, at least. And at the end of the day, we got some Salo kits here, which we'd actually turn these in and complete this. And I think I'm honestly going to, just to see what's next. I'm pretty sure it's just the gas analyzer one, but we have one crafting in our hideout. Well, that'll be done soon, yeah. So, and this requires level 6. That's dorm room 206. So if we find a key there, we'll be good. And yeah, we'll receive all those. Splints are good. Painkillers are great. Money's always good. Money is always good. So I think we're going to take a little bit of a tact for this next one. Strategy-wise here. We got this 103. And I think what I would like to do... Is this an EFT song? I don't remember there being a piano song on the EFT. It is. Okay, fair enough. I think we're going to take a little bit of a different tact on this one. I still want to use... I'm pretty sure I still want to use our PMC here. Oh, man, but we could do this on Interchange. You know what? I said I was going to scav more. Let's scav more. I'm going to scav into Interchange here. Yeah. And we're just going to look for that gas analyzer, as well as just other hideout items, high-value hideout items, as and elites. So should be good. I'm going to hit that ready button, and I will see you guys in raid. Let's do this. Okay. Oh wow, got some meds here. All right. I see you. I'll do 4 or 5. I'm going to do this on 6. This just... Oh no, this is the pink one. Sorry. Purple prevents bleeds. This one gives us endurance, strength, and stress resistance. So if we needed to get out, we needed to get out. Peas or whatever. And I'm actually going to leave this on single fire. Full auto is not bad. And they usually give you SP5 on these ones. They recently just nerfed these guys. So, and by these guys I mean SP5, the VSS, the ASVAL. They are definitely worse than they used to be. So as a scav on Interchange, you spawn inside a majority of the time. It seems like most of the players are out. So that's good. Or it lists late into the raid. Seems like most of the players will be out. Yeah, 18 minutes in there. Not much to say, not much to say for it. It's probably one person near extract or whatever. So the only thing we got to worry about is other player scavs, which there are going to be some of, for sure. I'm going to go take a peek at the main area in the center here. We do have a PSO site, which is nice. It's actually my favorite version of the PSO site. The larger carrot helps me aim. The ones that have the small carrots on it, I just can't aim with for some reason. Okay, bugged out scav. Plenty of dead bodies. Don't see anybody active though. Now, this is going to be the most dangerous part of this area, and I'm sure it's been looted already, but I'm going to go check for gas analyzers in Tech Light, which is, if you're on the top floor, which is where we're at, it's, if you're facing the front of the mall, which is this, it's the left-hand corner. Front left-hand corner. That also is going to put us near Ollie, and a couple other tech stores, so we can head down and check those as well. No reason to not. But this is where other player scavs are going to head to as well, so we got to be a little bit careful. Was that just the power turning on? And I didn't look left. You got to check your corners. There's somebody right there on the left just waiting for us to come around. That's how it goes. I was so focused down the hallway, I just walked right by them. So they heard me coming and just stood there. The question was that a player or a player scav? They had a Val, whoever they were. It's probably a player. Yep, it was a player. So, GG. Again, it's how it goes. But the beauty of it, I'm a scav. Doesn't matter. You know, we didn't risk anything. Didn't lose anything in the loot in the process there. We only stood to gain there. And for you guys, it's even better. You didn't even waste time. You completely skipped the load-in screen, which is really honestly the waste of time as a scav. So if you die right away, you only wasted time. So, all right, here we go. We are going to gear up. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. We're going to gear up this 103. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put this on. And we're going to take it a little differently here. We're going to go on over to Shoreline. And what we're going to do there is... loot caches and loot the town. For sure. Okay, let's definitely get all these guys going. And I want to keep these guys with PS. As our backup mags there. That'll be good. And the cool thing about this guy is we can afford to get an EKP sight on it because it has that mount for it. So we're gonna get a nice sight. We're gonna get a dot for it at least. So we're gonna get this. I'm gonna hit craft on the next one, but I'm gonna turn off the generator. I actually like using sailor kits. They're quite powerful. It's like a 400 healing item that catches all except for fractures. So that's good. And yeah, we're just conserve fuel here while we're letting all these things go. This is gonna get all completely upgraded here when we get to the flea market. So. Gonna put that in there. We're gonna put this in there. Keep our meds safe. Now we just gotta get our normal spread of items here. So a little pack of armor action, little this, little that. So a few deaths to start off the day, but that's okay. It's how it goes. All right, and then we're gonna gotta get this EKP site as well. That's prepper. And I'm also gonna grab this AK-100 Series foregrip. We're not gonna. You know what? I am gonna buy that foregrip. It's just not like. I love modding guns, as you'll soon learn. It just seems like such a cheap thing to do to give such a nice little buff. It's not going to be the greatest buff in the world, and the best part about it is, if we find a better grip in raid, we can just swap it out, get that back from insurance, sell it up, and pretty soon we're going to have access to much better grips from dealers. And that's just a really minimal expense to upgrade your gun. That's what 1,400 rubles plus $30, which is like 3,000 rubles. So 4,500 rubles to give us a lot of ergo and a lot of chance to get better stuff in raid as well, which is the key to that one. So I think it's worth it personally. Yeah. So if you think it's worth it, go for it. You know. Okay, that's another good factory scav. Got a nice armor on too. But yeah, we're gonna go hit up Shoreline here. We're going to take the afternoon, and we're really going to try to play the edges. We're not going anywhere in the middle. We're going to try to kill scavs if we see them, but no worries if we don't. And we're really just going to try to hit up caches, hit up the town. Hopefully we spawn near the town. Try to get some keys going. That would be really good for us. Try to get, yeah, just good stuff in general. Get those gas analyzers. There's some spawns for gas analyzers there. There's also a bunch of toolboxes, good spawns for elites, all that kind of stuff. So should be a good time. Let's make sure we insure. Again, we're going to insure with therapist here, and we're ready to go. And I will see you guys in raid. Okay, guys, here we go. So let's rehash our plan here. We're going to go get in, loot caches, jackets, and the town if we can. We may not get to the town. We'll see what side of the map we spawn on. We're just kind of a nice, slow, methodical, long shoreline raid. Okay, this is not the town side, but what we can do here is we're close to the crossover here. So down the center of the map, there's this like river, kind of cuts the map in half, and you spawn on one side, have to get out on the other. If we can get across the river here before people get to where they need to cross over, it's much better for us. And there's a few caches along the way. It's a pretty good way to get into the town here. Now people are still looting the town, but in general, I think it's a lot less compared to the start of the wipe. The start of the wipe was like crazy. So, but hopefully we can get in there, get a couple jackets. We don't have a big enough backpack to fit even half the town in there, so, and everything's still good for us. So it's not going to be, we don't need to loot all of it. We just need to loot a little bit of it and hopefully avoid some player conflict. Okay, when you are crossing over here, be careful. Sniper scav spawns up on these rocks. And there's some scav spawns in this little military area as well. It's a little scary. That's kind of in front of us. So, and as you can see, this is kind of like the choke point here. I have this little bridge. You currently can't go into water in Escaping Tarkov, so. But we're gonna just immediately cut right here and go from there. Now, if you are really daring on that side of the fence, if you go down immediately, there is a cache over there on that side of the fence. It's not worth it, in my opinion. So I don't go for it ever. That said, there is a cache right over here that I find to work well. So we're gonna go for that one. Might go hit up Truck SCAV. She's right over a hill there. Catch our breath, listen a little bit. That does sound like it's over in this direction. So we'll see where that goes. That could be a gun. Could just be a lot of items too. Bolts are still good. That is a gun. AK-105, I think? 104. Is that... 104 is a 7.62x39, yeah. So we can unload this guy. And they usually come with BP, so we could do that. Top that off. We'll just keep that in there. That'll be a good one to reload into. Perfect. All right. And then also the 104, it's slightly worse than the 103. It's a shorter barrel, so more kick. So the idea is that it's better for like close quarters. But you're not really going to be using these guns for close quarters. You're more using them for mid-range anyway. So although they have significantly buffed them in the past few weeks here, they've increased the or decreased the recoil. I don't know if they did anything with the fire rate. I don't think they did. I think it's just the recoil that they made better and easier to control. So these are a little bit more viable than they were before. Because historically, these are high kick, low fire rate. And the bullets aren't that much better than other bullets. So, you know, there's no reason. There was no real reason to use a 7.62 gun unless you were like early game single tapping with them. So we'll see. Just kind of stick to the edges here. I played a hardcore run in the last wipe. We did a lot of shoreline, running back and forth here. Going to the town, looking for the loot, because with hardcore you can't buy stuff, so you have to find everything that you want to use. So caches in this village here were paramount to our success. Scavs do spawn right over here near this rock. Do be careful. Be careful about people running down this fence line at you if you're coming from further away. Okay. I do want to loot these. Chocolate's not going to be as useful for us as of yet. Yeah, I want to loot these in case we find a better grip. That's a fun one. It sells for a lot to skiers, so I'll take that. Just going to itch my elbow here. Okay. And the cool thing about spawning on this side, but closer to our extract, is because this is a big map. But spawning this close to our extract, which is over here, means when we are looting the town, we're going to be near our extract instead of looting the town, then have to make it all the way across the map to secure our gear. There's advantages and disadvantages of both. We're not the first into the town, so we don't get first pick. But if we get lucky and nobody's really looting it, we get some nice stuff and get out, you know? And that would be really good for us. Okay. Now, really here, where you need to focus on is in front of you and behind you. This dip protects you from anything over in that field, for the most part. People may see you, but not have great shots at you. So I wouldn't be like skyline on that hill to check. So a relatively safe run. And we shouldn't have anybody behind us because we were the first spawn on that side and nobody really rushes this side. So really just keeping our focus in front of us, and eventually when we get up here, we'll have to keep our focus in front and to our left as well. So relatively safe here. Hopefully the recording encoders can keep up. This area always looks like poop on a live stream because you just don't have enough bit rate to do it. It probably does, but that's just the nature of encoding and small blades of green grass that kind of blend together. That is where we're at these days. Okay, so that's green gunpowder house. It has good loot in it. It's usually looted by this stage. I don't think there's any... well, no, gas analyzers do spawn in there, so... only because there's a hard spawn in there for it. That's the Swamp Town. That's the only place I don't really know all the caches for. Where I currently am at, I'd have to look up the cache map to find them. So, yeah. It's a little exposed in there. If you're doing nighttime runs, not a bad place to be at. Now, because I didn't spawn right next to this, I am going to clear this house before looting that jacket. It's called Green Gunpowder House because there's blue spawns of gunpowder everywhere. Blue gunpowder still has value to us, so that's good. Trades for a ammo case, which is great. Now we don't really need paid all that much. Trades for a Salewa kit, but we have our quest done, so although that is useful and nice, it is not necessary for like the hideout. Like elites for our trade. There's a bunch of stuff that spawns in these underneath the algae here on the table there, on that blue countertop there as well. Gonna loot that and then prone so we have less of an angle to be shot at. Bolts are great. I am gonna close that so people don't know we came from this direction. We're gonna get over here. I could be passing a cache or two. I honestly don't know. I know where all the ones are in the town, so we're gonna focus on those ones. But Shoreline does have the most caches. If you're looking to loot a ton of caches, this is the map you want to be on. Something like 35 or... It's a large amount. I don't know the exact total, but it's a large amount. Just gonna make sure we're on full auto here. We're getting closer range, so... I'll single tap if I can. But trying to get better about like single tapping while in full auto. It helps. It helps. Because then you don't have to keep toggling, right? Pretty sure I just heard something up ahead. To our right. We'll loot this real quick. Don't really need these. Blood sets are good. Definitely drink that later. Still need those for a quest. Okay. There's a lot of jackets in this town as well. And jackets are keys. Portable factory key is a quest key, so we're going to grab that. If, like, for instance, if we could snag a machinery key, maybe we'll go to customs and do the actual machinery key quest. But that's used for a later quest. Crazy expensive key at the start of the wipe. It's actually reasonable now. So once you hit level 10, you can just buy that one off the market. It's not too bad. Okay. Wood steps are very loud, so if you're stepping or running or anything on wood, people are going to hear it at the end of the day. No way to avoid it, though, if we're trying to loot. Okay. Oh, there's some elites. That's what we're here for. Gonna toss those ones in there. Most of this stuff needs to be found in raids. I think I'm just gonna put these bolts in there. Gonna hotkey that one because now it's out of our pouch container. And of course, I'll replace these bolts with our second set of elites or whatever we find, if we find them. All right. Put that on 5. Put that on 6. And as I was saying, well, a lot less people are looting the town. I'm not saying there's not somebody here. I'm pretty sure I did hear something earlier. It could have been a distant gunshot. But you never know, so we're going to be very extra vigilant here. But people just aren't looting this town nearly as much. And it makes sense. They're going for higher end loot. They're going for more PvP now that they're leveled up. Like my main account, which I played for 2 weeks really hard. Like we were doing like 10-hour days on our main account. And I've backed that off to like 2 to 3 hours. Like 4 days a week. We're still almost level 50 and we're almost at cap, but we're pretty close nowadays. We had a few setbacks. There's some pretty frustrating tasks in there. So we'll fill up with everything for now, but probably ditch some stuff later. Make sure we're checking jackets. Already looted matches. So you only get experience for the first time you loot an item in a raid. So if you know you've looted matches already, but you still want the experience for item looting, you don't have to worry about looting them again if you already looted it once. So excellent. It'll do for now. They coming in? Doesn't sound like it. Almost feels like it might have been a player scav. Interesting that set of steps just stopped. Maybe they heard me finally. Nice thing about these contacts is if you are trying to listen and you're completely still, you can hear really well with these contacts. I think they're trying to creep into this back entrance here.
Ништяк, пацаны, сегодня кайфуем.
So that's just a regular scav. Huh. So maybe a player scav and a regular scav spawned in? I have seen scavs spawn in and start running, though, recently. Like, it exists. It happens. I don't actually know if bulbs are more expensive than bolts right now. I don't think they are. Check these drawers. Not that particular drawer, but drawers in general have good stuff in them. I did search this, right? Tool spawns on the ground in this shed. So I think it was a player scav and a scav that spawned in simultaneously, and the entity that we saw running was a player scav. And this is a bot scav doing a patrol. Not my best shooting in the world, but that's okay. So we know for a fact there's somebody over here. Again, we're taking it really slow here. I'm not trying to impress anybody with my hitherto and crazy skills. Like, we're just trying to play it slow, keep our advantages to a high. And react as well as we can. So that was the scav we saw go past the fence there. So what I'm going to do here is actually mess up my jumps. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know about you guys. Spacebar. I was always bad at jumping in timing games. Well, it's quite apparent and obvious here. If you had noticed. There we go. First try. Okay. Green gun container in here. Not a great sight. It does sell for a reasonable amount, though. Same with that. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Okay, so this is the back of a hardware store. Food spawns all along there. There's spawns all throughout here. That I want. Definitely gonna drink this Vita Juice. Okay, just keep, again, listening to our best of our abilities here. Trying to find what we need. We don't need that. PS rounds are so cheap that doesn't matter. So the gas analyzer spawns much like Interchange are all on the shelves. Some cash registers here, but it's not worth the slots, I don't think. At most, we'll get like 5K rubles from that. Spawns here, here. I have found gas analyzers in here before. I think it's less likely than Interchange, but they exist. It happens. Plus you have all the toolboxes, which also have a good chance of gas analyzers, or a reasonable chance. It's not guaranteed, of course. I believe this one's slightly better than ours. Nope, it's the exact same thing. Classic. Could swap it for insurance purposes, doesn't matter. Don't need the 30 rounder 545 mag. So because we heard somebody over there, I think I'm gonna hook this way. Loot these caches. I think I'm gonna get rid of all of these. BS is good stuff. We like BS. You can see how quickly you get filled up here. Like, I looted like 4 buildings in one town. And it's just because everything is so useful to us in general, you know? I love Gold Star Bomb. It's quite valuable. It's really handy to have. It's just good in general. So this side of the town is more jacket and toolbox centric. There's not the hardware stores to have. So I think I'm gonna do this and this, and then we're gonna eat all the herring. Herring does trade for that food case or the whole holodilnic, but I'd rather be leveling my metabolism right now than anything else. And I don't need fuel, but there are fuel spawns over here. Next to the tractor and in the sheds. All right, there's also the last cache in the town. Get this a look-see. See what we got here. Well, that's an interesting one. Now, they just buffed the ammo on all this, so that is interesting. Let's get rid of that for these two. Again, for the quest later. That'll be good. Now we'll just kind of round off our run here with a couple of jackets. This house doesn't have anything but this jacket, I think. If I'm thinking of the right house here. Can I put this on here? I sure can. That's kind of cool. There you go. Maybe a few loose spawns in here, but nothing crazy. Okay, a couple jackets in here. There's one jacket in this town that has one house in this town that has 4 jackets. Call it the 4 jacket house. It's pretty good. I'm gonna keep wrapping these AA batteries. Trade for that Mosin when we get a chance. So up there is the cottage houses. That's actually a pretty good area for safe running. If you need to get stuff from safes, teapots, vases, lions, bears, oh my. It's a great place to look for those. Without a doubt. And reasonably priced too, key-wise. So, not too shabby. What do we got here? Goshen cash register key. That's actually worth about 90,000 rubles. So we're gonna put this away. I'm gonna risk my portable cabin key here. And actually, no, it's worth more than that now that I think about it. And you need it for a quest later as well. If you hand in a certain... I think it's chemical part 4 or 5. You have a choice to hand it into 3 different dealers. It's prepper. I believe it's prepper, skier, and therapist. Or maybe it's mechanic. I'm not really sure. I think I need these in raid as well. Let's go ahead and put these 2 away. And the best one to hand it into is skier because you get a cheaper helmet. A cheap, really good face shield helmet. And one of the quests to make up to the people you didn't hand into to regain their trust, I guess you could say, is that Goshen cash register key. So it also sells for a nice amount too. Okay, just eat that. It doesn't refill much, but it refills enough where again we're at least leveling metabolism a little bit. Hearing a ton of shots. I thought there was another jacket over here, but I guess not. We heard some shots back in the other area where we were. And I'm just walking here, mostly so I can hear. This early, again, sound is our best defense. Hearing somebody coming, being able to stop on a moment's notice is quite powerful. Because our armor doesn't do anything. It's essentially like we're not wearing armor against other PMCs. That's just how it goes. So once we start getting like level 4 armors, though, I might start running it around a little bit more. It's a weird angle. I don't think there's actually anything in these kitchen areas. No, it's just what's up here. Which is just this small duffel bag. I think there's some loose spawns on the floor in one of these attics. I can never remember which attic it is. I think it's back to where we came from. So that's not gonna really do much for us. Just changes our hydration the opposite direction. This one has 2 toolboxes in it and a duffel bag. Duffel bags are good. They can have a really wide variety of items. Okay, definitely want those. Yeah. For now. For now, I'm prioritizing stuff that's good for the hideout over quest items. Because once you get the hideout up and running, you can craft a lot of stuff. Okay. Green tea, not bad. Again, getting that metabolism leveled. Although we might be in diminishing returns on this already. Some of these can't be opened, so... Okay, we haven't gone and looted this house, which I believe this house is the four jackets house I was talking about earlier. Again, weapon safes are still pretty good for us. You never know what you're going to get. Listen real quick, itch my ear. Spawns on the floor in this one. I believe it's mostly fuel. Okay, this is 4 jacket house. There's one hiding behind the doorway here. Blue tape's good. Take that over there. Okay. What do we got here? Weapon safe key. Not really useful, unfortunately. And then there's 2 in here. So there's your 4 jackets. 1 house. 1 small defined location. Wow, that's really good. Well, shoot. I think it's just worth a ton to therapist. I mean, losing BP would suck, but PS is fine. The Toyota car key is not great. Another one of these guys. Probably time to just leave. We have way too much stuff on us as it is. And we'll probably rinse and repeat. Okay. Start running through the open areas here. There is one more tool case back here. Puts us close to those shots we heard earlier. This is kind of the direction I want to head in anyways. Up on that wood there, I'm not seeing anything, but up on that wood there is hardware spawns, hoses, keck tape I've seen. All sorts of good stuff there. I believe that's the house with the hardware spawns in the top floor of it. You know what, though? I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it because there's two of these. Oh no, this is not it. It's that one then. It's one of these in the row here. But this house, that's the. I found Tetris is here, right there. I think the cords are actually more important than gunpowder at the moment. So definitely worth checking in here as well. Plus the 2 jackets. And this could be greedy, but like the stuff we have is great, but we have a lot of value in our alpha container as it is. So really at the end of the day, it's not too bad. Like I think it's worth, like if we spiked a gas analyzer here, we'd be golden. So that said, we did hear somebody walking around in that house before, so I'm pretty sure it's a player scav looting. So we're not gonna bother with that. What do we got here? SV98 suppressor. Not bad, but I can't buy the adapter for it. And all the other stuff we have is just worth better. So let's get out here. It's really good hideout upgrade raid, honestly. Got some good stuff going there. Gave ourselves some decent chances for what we need. But also, we're getting keys, too. Keys are really powerful. Of course. Checking the cliffs there for extract campers, working on Shooter Born in Heaven. Trying to give ourselves some decent cover here. All right. I'll call it a win. Anytime we can get out, we got 1 scav kill. But we looted a ton, gave ourselves some good opportunities to get some really decent loot. And we did. We got some really decent loot here. So we'll get cleaned up, get geared up for the next one. So long raid. Those raids, Shoreline's a big map, so the raids tend to be long. It's probably going to be a pretty long episode here. Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you can get a decent amount of experience just by looting. Honestly, like that's a reasonable amount of early game loot. So, or experience from looting. All right, here we go. Let's see if we've got. There we go. I want to see how much these are worth. We did get one elite too, which is amazing. This is going to be used for a quest later, so we'll save that in there. Also going to be used for a quest later, but it's food, so we'll keep it there. Might as well save it for the quest later. We're good on money right now, but if I do need more, we should sell it and not worry about it. We are going to sell this MP7. Is that really all that's in there? That's crazy. I mean, did get a buff. The ammo got a buff, but I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Here's a question. Does this go onto there? It does. So this gun's worth keeping. Anything I can put a sight on is worth keeping in my books. So we're gonna keep that guy. And let's see what we can do here. So Therapist buys it for 77k, which is pretty good. I'm tempted to wait till we get to the flea market to see if we can sell that for more. I think that might be worth it at the end of the day. I do think that might be worth it. So that'll be good. Let's get all these guys going up here. You can see how fast you run out of room here when you're just sort of saving stuff for later. Happens. Okay. We'll sell these guys up here. Yeah, so 23k for the site. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so we're getting some money there. That's good. I think while we're here, I think I am going to sell all these PM pistols. We're going to keep the Grashes, but we're running out of space here, and I just don't really feel like doing it. We can buy more of these mags, so I think I'm actually going to get rid of these for now. And just really try to save on space here. I only need one extra mag per pistol here. Put the sights down there. PSD is fine. We'll get rid of that. Yeah, this is more about saving space than it is anything else. Gotta start putting like the water down here. Need this water for later to plant or just to drink in general. Okay. Swap these. Again, just try to keep the top here where the scav junk box is going to be. Usually by the time you get your first one, it's like... you usually fill it up almost, which is pretty crazy. So, okay. Remember, those Tushunkas can trade into an AKM if we need them to. All right. Well, we're organized, or rather as organized as we can be at the moment. And that'll be good. We've got all this. We've got all this. Let's keep that in there. I think we're ready to go hit that back up again. I think now that we got the two big mags, we can just hot swap between the two. Again, we're trying to avoid conflict there, so not too bad. But, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for tuning into episode number 4. It's been a blast having you. It's a bit of a long one, but that's okay. I like to make these long. I enjoy putting these on in the background while I cook and stuff like that, when I'm personally watching these. So, definitely good stuff there. And I will catch you guys in episode number 5. Take care. Have a good one. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to. And I'll see you guys in episode 5.